So I'm here just to talk about EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, otherwise known as tapping. There are some videos in my YouTube and social media. There's one showing you the actual tapping points on a visual and me talking through them. But I wanted to come in and just talk a little bit about what may actually occur as you are tapping, just to open that up. When you are starting to move energy, which is essentially what you're doing as you're paying attention and physically tapping, or imaginary tapping if you're not able to physically tap, things can start to shift in your energy system. Now, what that looks like is it can present itself as yawning. So you can just feel like you're doing big yawns or small yawns and you're doing lots of them. Or every now and again, you might have a really big like yawn. It is an energetic shift, a release. That's what we call it. You might actually feel like you've got a little bit of indigestion, like trapped wind. So that is usually a normal occurrence when energy is starting to move and shift. You might not get any of those, or you might find that every time you start doing tapping, you notice that. One thing that I definitely notice in myself is that I get a very watery eye. It's definitely not tears. It's just like the eye just starts to stream. And it's only one eye as well, which is really strange. But this is energy work. So don't overthink it. Don't try and find all the answers to it. I'm just putting it out there that these are some of the things that can happen. So the yawning, the trapped wind, the tears. Sometimes you may get a flush of emotion or heat. You might get pins and needles. You might get a rush, kind of a prickly rush or like a little bit shudder. Again, it's energy moving. It might be something that you're starting to talk about, you're starting to open up into, and it's just shifting and moving emotion. If you are doing any of the tap alongs with me and you do feel a big flush of emotion, or you feel like something comes forward and it's really kind of very emotional, or you're feeling very stuck in it, just please make sure you look after yourself. You are taking part in these tapping sequences. You are choosing to do this. What I would normally say is if you don't want to dive straight in, you can watch. You can watch the sequence. You can look at what I'm suggesting you tap on, what I'm asking you to feel into. And if you think, oh, I'm not quite ready for this, then you know that you don't have to do that one. And you've made an informed choice by checking it out first. Um, so that is what I would advise. Always look after yourself. Make sure you're grounded. Make sure that your posture is as good as it can be so that you can breathe well. So you can take a couple of breaths and just regain focus and remind yourself that where you are in this moment, you are safe, you are okay, as much as you can be, to bring you back out of wherever you may have found that you've traveled to. Have a sip of water and just bring yourself back. I hope you enjoy some of the sequences that I'm going to start sharing in this space. If you would like to contact me about anything, and you've got any questions, then please do so and be kind. You know, I am sharing these practices a little bit wider than in my social media, and I'm doing this because I want people to find EFT accessible, and maybe you might like my way of blending some of the other things that I do and my whole approach to it. So if I'm not the person for you, it doesn't matter. But if you are, that's lovely, and I hope that you enjoy following. If you're interested in like what I'm doing on Facebook, the memberships groups I've got in there, please do drop me an email. At the minute, my email address is Jules, Jules, in yoga at yahoo.com. You can find me on Facebook, Jules in Yoga and Transformational Coaching. But otherwise, please do enjoy the tapping sequences and yeah, just give it a go. Give it a go. Thank you.